guys, another review video here, but for today's review I have fallen behind on this one. I wasn't even sure if I was still gonna review this, but you guys voted that you were still interested in hearing my thoughts. So today we are gonna be reviewing both products from Tati Beauty. That's right, we're gonna be reviewing both the Blendiful and the Textured Neutrals palette, which is like hidden in here under all of this packaging. But first off, can I say, what a gorgeous picture of Tati here. That's so pretty. My God, she is like a stunning woman. But if you're new to my channel, just want to say welcome. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy this video. I do reviews pretty regularly on both fashion and beauty items and brands. So if you like that, along with some vlogs and styling videos, click the button down below. And I've been sleeping on these long enough, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so I'm just unpacking everything, and let me say, this, oh God, wow. But this packing for the palette is like insane. I like this though. This is like a nice way to make like the padding and stuff environmentally friendly, because this looks like this is definitely recyclable paper to me, or even maybe recycled paper. So I like that a lot. So kudos to Tati Beauty for thinking that through. And you guys, I'm so sorry about like the sun and everything right now. I am filming this later in the day than I usually do because I'm just running behind, you know, it's just what I do. But anyways, like I mentioned, I ordered both the palette. This is the Textured Neutrals Volume 1 and the Blendiful today. So we're gonna be working with both of them while I do my makeup. But like I said, I have been sleeping on these for a little while now, and it was one of those things, like I was interested, but I wasn't like dying to go try it. But the more and more positive reviews that came out about Tati Beauty, the more and more I was like, man, I'm really curious about her stuff. It all sounds like everything is so well thought out, really good quality. And I just think that the Blendiful is a really interesting concept. I've been watching like a lot of reviews on it and like seeing people use it, and I'm very, very interested in this. And the Blendiful is actually what I was originally gonna get. I was gonna just get this, but Tati was doing her little birthday thing where she did free shipping. So I was like, why not? Let's go ahead and throw the palette in here. I've heard like nothing but rave reviews about the palette. So we're gonna go ahead and do both in this video. It's like a full Tati Beauty review video. So the Blendiful comes in this little pouch. It has a little tear at the top so that you can open it. And then on the back, it says no harsh lines. It also gives you some cleaning instructions to, you know, machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag, or gently hand wash with warm soapy water. I have heard reviews about people saying that they've noticed that it tears, and Tati did address that. She did say, you know, just make sure not to pull on it too much when it's wet, which does make sense. I mean, any type of fabric or stitching that you're gonna do is gonna be weakened when it's in water, so you should handle it with care. But just on like unpacking this, first off, this is soft. This is like super, super soft. I kind of just want to rub it all over my face, which I guess is like what we're about to do, so hang tight. But on the back, it has a little strap right there so that you can, you know, keep it nice and secure. But this is actually a pretty decent size. I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger, but it's still a pretty decent size. And it comes with the little heart one, which I think people are saying like this is more like for under your eye and stuff for powder. So I think that's how I'm gonna use it personally. But like I said, the Blendiful was the main thing that I was planning on getting. And the reason why I wanted to is because I love the fact that you don't have to wet it. When I'm doing my daily makeup during the week for work, I was hating having to get up and go wet a beauty sponge. So I don't do that anymore. I use a brush, but the brush just leaves things streaky sometimes, and I just like the finish of a sponge more. So this seemed like this might be a good solution for me, since I don't have to like get up and go get it wet before I start using it. I can use it dry. And then I always wash my hands after I do my makeup, so I figured it'd be easy to clean. I just bring it with me when I go to wash my hands. That's already a habit for me, and wash it with the antibacterial soap there, and then leave it out to dry just to make sure, you know, that it's nice and clean each use. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hair back really fast. And then I'm gonna go in with a primer. I think I'm gonna use this one from Models Preferred. This is an Australian brand. If you are new to my channel, I just got back from Australia not that long ago, and I did a whole video using a bunch of Australian makeup brand products. So that's one of it. I do like the primer. I think that it's like really, really nice. Go ahead and prime my skin with this. And then for today's video, I was originally going to use a new foundation, but I don't think that I want to do that, since I want to see how this performs, and it would be better to use it with a foundation where I already know the finish and everything. So, guys, I can't stop using this foundation. Where'd it go? So I'm gonna go in with like my new favorite. I cannot stop using this foundation. I would suggest watching the Australian makeup brands video if you want more info on it, but this is from the brand Australis and it is lovely. It's probably, oh God, like one of the best foundations I've ever used. I have not touched another foundation since I started using this one. It's kind of insane. The only thing with this is I still have trouble figuring out how much to use. I feel like sometimes I use too much, sometimes I use too little. But anyway, so for the Blendiful, you can use it with both powder and cream products, and it's designed to be able to be used to blend your entire face. So that includes foundation, contour, blush, all of that. I've seen everyone use it. They just kind of use a section per product. So I'm gonna use the little tip here to do my foundation and start blending that in. Oh wow. This gives like a really nice finish. Not streaky, which I love. We already have a win, but really like works it into your skin. I have to work kind of fast because of the sun. For anyone who's not aware, I actually don't use lighting when I do my makeup videos right now because I am doing them at my vanity in front of a window until I can get the beauty/filming room set up the way that I would like it, which is gonna be a while. It's gonna be a few months, you guys. This is a nice, pretty finish. It didn't eat up too much makeup. So here is the sponge. Oh my God, so sorry about the sun. But here's the sponge afterwards. Didn't leave too much on there. I feel like though the application was a little bit thin on the tops of my cheeks. But in terms of just like functionality, I like that a lot. That's gonna make my life so much easier during the week using this instead of a brush because this finish is like 10 times better than a brush. I think I still personally do prefer a sponge, but like I said, for daily use, I'm not gonna use a sponge, so this is gonna be my next best bet. But yeah, I'm liking this quite a bit. Going in with some concealer, we'll test it with that. Just using my regular Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm gonna use this corner over here. Yeah, it definitely leaves a good finish, and I like it. I will say you get a bit more of a fuller coverage with your products when you use a beauty sponge, but it's still, like I said, a nice alternative, especially if you want a more natural face. If you feel like your makeup tends to get kind of cakey on you, this could be a good one. Do I feel like this is something that everyone should have? No, I don't. I think that, like I said, a sponge works just as well, if not better, but this is a good secondary tool to have if you are like me and you know, just hate wetting your freaking beauty sponge every day. If you constantly forget to wet it as soon as you sit down to do your makeup and hate having to get up to go do it, like I said, it's definitely a nice alternative. So, okay, so I do want to go in and use it with a cream contour, going in with the Makeup Revolution. This is the Fast Base Stick Foundation. This is an F14. It's my favorite thing to cream contour with. Use this corner, just blend it out. Ooh, and I do like how malleable it is. I just folded it so that I could really contour nicely, and I like the option to do that. Because sometimes I just feel like my sponge is like way too thick, you know? So I think that this is definitely great for cream contour if you're just trying to be a little bit more precise on your cheekbones. So I'm gonna go ahead and powder up using this little guy. This is like the cutest thing ever. I love that she made it a heart. So I'm gonna take a little RCMA powder and just start setting. That shape's a little tough under your eyes, just be aware, but it's pressing into there nicely. Then I'm gonna take the center of the big boy to go ahead and powder up like my face. Picks up quite a decent amount of powder. Ooh, okay, I like using this for powders a lot actually. This is nice. I love this for powder. This is great. I'm into it. Okay. But let's go ahead and move on to the eyes, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for this palette. So it comes with a little sleeve on top. It is a little tough to get off because of the material. It's kind of like that material where it's like a little waxy, so you have to put a little effort into that. But I just love the minimalism of her palette. I think it's very elegant, very pretty. And I love the gray with the kind of like bronzy rose gold. Opening up the palette, and I did open this before, so I've already seen this, but it comes with a little protector, which is lovely. Beauty. And I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times already, but here is the color story. Again, so sorry about the sun, you guys. I normally don't film this late in the day, but one thing that I love is this huge mirror. It's really, really big. I love that. I can't stand it when palettes don't come with a mirror, so I'm super happy to see that. But for anyone who's not familiar with the palette, it goes from mattes to sequins, which is kind of like a matte with some flecks of like glitter and sparkle in it, to metallic, which is gonna be a more of like that wet kind of foily formula, to straight glitter. So I love that she did that, and then it moves in different color stories. So right here we have kind of the cooler colors and black into like the more neutral browns, then really, really warm kind of oranges, then very, very neutral browns, to cream, to like this pop of color with the kind of like purplish colors. And I personally feel like I would live in this bottom row daily. I would use this like every single day to do my makeup because it has all of the colors that I need for a daily makeup look. But we're gonna get a little fun, we're gonna get a little creative today and just play around with this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the matte Aura color right here. It's just a very neutral cream. And I'm not gonna swatch this palette because, like I said, I'm so late to the game on this video. There are probably a million freaking reviews on this palette out there, and I'm sure a ton of people have swatched it. So you guys can definitely look those up. Plus, since I'm doing a review on the Blendiful as well, this video would be like an hour long if I did swatches as well. So we're just gonna play in the palette. But next I'm gonna take Soothe, which is like the matte neutral brown in this palette. And I'm gonna take that color and use it to start kind of building up my crease, kind of defining that. Next up, just taking that same brush, I'm gonna go into the matte Story color, which is a very warm kind of orangey color. And I'm just gonna place that right over Soothe to really warm it up. And I will say these mattes are blending out so, so beautifully, which doesn't surprise me because I would not expect Tati to come out with crap products. You knew that when she came out with makeup, it was gonna be good. So I'm pleased, but I'm not surprised. Next up, going into Poet, I'm gonna concentrate that right into the crease and really create that line of color in there. Wow, and Poet is such a pretty color. It's like this perfect mid-tone purple, a little bit more on the red side, but not too red, but just really gorgeous, really pigmented, and so easy to work with. Next up, taking Ritual, which is this deep matte brown. I'm just gonna use it to deepen and define the outer V of my eye to give a little bit of a smoky effect. And wow, you guys, that is a deep, deep brown. Definitely, if you are looking for a deep brown, this is absolutely the brown for you. So I'm gonna go back into Poet and intensify that color in the crease a bit more. Next up, I'm gonna take the metallic shadow for the Poet column and just taking it on my finger. I'm gonna press it right on the lid. Okay, then for a little bit of fun, I'm gonna take the glitter shadow from the Aura column. And again, just taking my finger. Wow, that is truly glitter. Holy shit. I'm gonna lightly press it right on top of that metallic. So just a heads up, there is a little bit of fallout with the glitter, which doesn't surprise me. It is glitter and I'm not using any kind of base for it. So just be aware. Okay, I got a little crazy here with the glitter. It's everywhere. Yeah, definitely use some sort of glitter glue with this. I was hoping since it was pressed glitter, it would be fine. It is not. Okay, going back into the matte row, I'm gonna take Poet and start defining my lower lash line with it. And then I'm gonna take Story next and smoke out the rest of the color with it. Okay, so I did want to use the Blendiful for my blush. Going in with the Ofra Madison Miller, this is the All You Need Is Love blush. I'm gonna take the top of the back to do this. Just stipple it on. Pretty. Ooh, it is getting dark. So sorry, you guys. It wasn't supposed to get this dark this early. It's only like 4 o'clock, but we're supposed to get rain this weekend, so I think there's rain clouds moving in, which is why it's so dark right now. So I do apologize, but I am all done with this look. Just off camera, I obviously did my lashes and liner. Then for highlight, I went in with a classic, just some Becca Champagne Pop, and then I sprayed my face down while it was wet. I went in with just a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill loose highlighting powder, just like right on top on the tops of my cheekbones. And then this lip color is the MAC Liquid Lip in the color Burnt Spice. This is one of my favorite colors. It's gorgeous. But this is the completed makeup look. I really love how it turned out. As far as the Tati products go, I'm really excited about the Blendiful. Again, honestly, I don't think that it's a necessity, but I think it's definitely like a great addition to have in your makeup collection, depending on what you're planning on using it for. I will definitely be using this to do my daily makeup, but I think to do a full glam face, I'm gonna go ahead and stick to my regular beauty sponges, which FYI, right now my MVP for that is the Dose of Colors beauty sponge. This thing, amazing. But I think it's definitely a great concept, very interesting. I think my favorite product that I used it with was my face powder, like my regular Bare Minerals Bare Pro face powder that I usually set my foundation with. I loved the way it applied that. It looked amazing, and I actually do wear that powder daily. I use that as my foundation a lot of days, so I'm gonna love applying that with this every day. This little guy, I love it. It's just, I love the concept of it. It's just like a little tough to get all up in your eyes, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm an idiot and I should have used this side. So that's user error, which tends to happen with me. And then the palette, stunning, beautiful packaging. Can't get over this packaging. This is probably, believe it or not, like my favorite palette packaging that I've ever seen. I am so mad at myself for sleeping on this palette for so long. Like, this color story, first off, obsessed. I appreciate this big mirror so much, but even more so, I mean, like I had been saying, I expected Tati to make good products because she does pay attention to quality a lot, but I was still very impressed with the saturation and the pigmentation on these shadows. Like, the colors showed up so well, so vibrant, and they were so easy to blend. I do feel like though, the metallics could have been a little bit more wet. I've worked with a lot of metallic shadows like this, where when you use your finger, it comes out looking very wet on your lid. I felt like I wanted that from her metallics, but I'm sure if I go in with a brush with a little bit of Fix Plus on it, it'll give me that effect. I just wanted that effect to happen with just my finger. But the mattes are really good. I feel like I'll probably end up using this row pretty much every day. The sequin, I feel like I really didn't use enough of it, but I do plan to dig into those a little bit more. And then the glitters are really fun. Just don't be an idiot like me. Still use something to hold down that glitter so that it doesn't fall all over your face, because even though it is a pressed glitter, it still is very loose once you start applying it, which I'm sure half of you are out there watching this being like, duh. But you know what? Sometimes you're just hoping for the best. But anyways, overall, I really love these products. I'm so glad I finally checked out Tati Beauty. I'm impressed, and I'm so excited to use these some more. So if you haven't gotten your hands on these and you've been curious, definitely check it out. I would definitely say to go ahead and put it in order. I don't think that you're gonna be disappointed. Do I think that you desperately need either of these in your collection? No, but they are absolutely great to have. But anyways, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are interested in anything from Tati Beauty. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.